And now to represent the other side of the island, Sarah Morris.
Thank you everyone. Okay, so I just want to start by saying thank you to all of you for coming. It's amazing. Thank you to Richard as well, because obviously with the news that we all had a few days ago, he still made the effort to come down and speak for us here on the Isle of Wight. It's one of his first engagements. He kept his promise that he was going to come. Amazing, so we get to see him in a minute. He's going to go through policy and he's going to be able to ask him questions. So I'm not going to waste your time going over that. Ian's done a very good job anyway of explaining lots of the things that we all know need to change, why you're here. I'm just going to use my time here, just a few minutes, to tell you a little bit more about me, if you don't know about me. So when I've done meetings before, at the end, people have then asked me these basic questions. So it might sound simple, but lots of people want to know this. So I was born on the island. I've lived here all of my life. I was born and grew up in Ryde. And when I was 21, I took on the local post office. So I was sub-postmaster of the Strand Post Office. And from there, I really enjoyed speaking to people, learning about how others, what was going wrong in their lives, what was going right. Some of those people that come in would only speak to me once a week and they wouldn't see anybody else. It was lovely being part of the community, and I really, really enjoyed it, helping people. It got closed with a network reinvention in 2008, unfortunately. When it got closed, I decided to open up as a charity shop and raise money for the Daily Board of Hill. I don't know if you remember that, for NICU unit up at St Mary's. And it was a real good success, so I really enjoyed it. I went on to do a few more charity events like Mods and Rockers around the island run, and we gave quite a good amount of money to the hospice and to the air ambulance. But I've always really liked helping and doing and being part of the community. When my children grew up, I was always part of the PTA. I was always helping with reading and that kind of thing. So that's just so you know a little bit more about me. I hadn't thought about going into politics when I was growing up, but the last few years have really shown me that the people that we've got in charge aren't the ones that I want there. And obviously the rest of us, at least you lot, all feel the same. They seem to be self-serving, and they don't seem to put they don't put the right plans in place for us. They look at the problem and they try and throw money at it, but it's not their money, it's ours. And they don't ask our permission, they don't ask for our advice, they don't go to our experts. And I definitely, with reform policy, they've gone to the experts in those areas. We've talked to fishermen, we've talked to nurses, we've talked to the people that actually need to be asked how to solve these problems effectively and efficiently. That's how you would run a business. Some people will say that it's wrong that Richard Tice is a businessman, but actually the UK needs to be run as a business. It's our money. Put in charge to look after that money need to make sure that we're getting value for every single penny and every single pound. It's not fair. So there are loads of things that I would like to make big changes to, such as the ferries, our roads, they're covered in potholes, damages my car, the sewage, the water, the dirty water that we get put into our seas, absolutely disgraceful. We're an island, it damages tourism, let alone health. I've got sea swimming friends and they end up sick. It's not fair. The water is free, it comes down from the sky. They need to dig big holes to keep hold of it, because otherwise in the summer we end up with coastline bans. It's just not good enough. It's unacceptable. So we need to do something with the water companies. Obviously energy reform have really good policies about that. I have left some contracts for the people on various chairs. I didn't have enough for everybody. We sold more tickets than I thought we might. However, if you have got one, you're lucky enough to have one, please read it and pass it on. Use it like a lending library and let other people read our policies, because when they get to know what they are, they cannot disagree with them. They are pure common sense that everybody would agree with. So please take them away and look at those. And just finally, I truly believe that reform is the answer. I really do. From all the other candidates that I've met, we've all got the same thing in common. We're all fed up. But we all have looked for an answer. We haven't decided to just sit there and moan about it. We've thought we're going to go out, put our head above the parapet, take some flack probably. However, we want to try and make a difference for you lot. We know what's coming in the pipeline, most of us, with CBDCs, with debanking scandals, with all that kind of stuff. We need freedom. Reform stand for freedom. Freedom of personal freedom, economic freedom is exactly why we had Brexit, and then financial freedom as well. If we don't have those things, we are purely controlled, and it's not good enough anymore. We need to make sure we take it back, we use cash, keep using cash, vote reform, tell everybody you know, make sure they're registered to vote before the 18th, and then once they're registered, get them out on the day. Make sure if you go down your local street, or all the contacts in your phone book, make sure you get them out voting, because it's there's a huge chunk of people that will sit at home, disillusioned, and it's those we need to motivate. We can actually get, I think, genuinely reform on the island, and if we can, we're going to have some really good voices pushing against everything that we know that they've got planned. So please, 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 there's material at the back, share it, put a poster up in your window. Other people, it's the same as Brexit, other people are a little bit scared maybe of saying who they're going to vote for. The more they see my face around or the reform logo around, they're going to feel, actually, other people are doing it, my vote isn't wasted. Please, 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 yeah.